Hey guys, one of my subscribers wanted me to do a video on the purchase thing over here at Crete. I'm going to try to do it the best as I can. I'm going to also try to link below in the description the actual stuff that I had Crete sent me, so I read over it. There's going to be some differences because everything in life is not set. But pretty much the Cascadias are 49,000. They're going to have 400,000 miles on them. That's a fair price. I can't say it's not a fair price. They do not have an APU. They have an Opti-Idle. They will have 100,000 miles factory warranty left on them. You will purchase an additional 200,000 mile warranty that will just cover the motor. You're gonna unless you want to bring an outside financer, you're gonna use Casualty Credit. It's a separate entity from Crete, but they are still affiliated. You're gonna pay between a 7 and a 9% interest rate, and you're gonna put between $3,000 and $6,000 down. Now, when we're talking about these trucks, I want you to remember something here. Everything is negotiable. They will negotiate with you on certain issues like term, interest, things of this nature. I know they will because they did with me. All right. They let's see, tax. They also offer a tax service through ATBS. Let me save you some money there. Don't use the tax service. Get your own tax person. You'll write off a lot more deductions. ATBS is great, but they're not risky in any way. They're plain vanilla. They won't write off things that they consider questionable. Like that four-wheeler you bought that you're going to be dragging around tires and stuff with on the back lot, you know what I'm saying? Oh, maybe you bought a race car and you actually just bought it so you could drag your truck around. I don't know. There's all kinds of things you can write off that are questionable, but still doable. Okay, you're going to keep a 15 cents a mile that you're going to keep in a maintenance escrow that Capital Casualty will also keep until the completion of your lease. You can also put what's left of that money, you can pay it toward your loan and pay it off early. Do pay it off early if possible. It saves you interest money. Okay, now we'll move over to the Max Force. It's got a 13-liter, 450 horsepower. It actually has more horsepower or more torque than the Cascadia. They've both got 10 speeds. The Cascadia is going to be $28,000. I mean the Max Force. You got to put $1,000 to $3,000 down. 18 to 24 months terms. Everything's negotiable here too, guys. You're going to have to buy that same extended 200,000 mile warranty. Now, let me say something about the Max Force. I've put 40,000 miles on this one here. I haven't had any problems out of the engine. The clutch was in disarray when I got it. I replaced the clutch, but found out it wasn't the clutch. Actually, it was the master cylinder and slave cylinder, which was the actual problem. So I spent $4,500 that I could have got by with spending about 14, but I assumed that it was one thing when it was actually another. I had problems with the fan when I first got it. They paid to fix it. They also paid to fix the air conditioner. They don't tell you this, but I'll tell you this. You're not given a two week warranty when you first buy it, but you might want to talk about that in the very beginning when you go to look at a truck, because they will hook you up. They don't want you to buy a bum truck, but this is a real owner-operator deal. It's not like a lease or something. Not saying anything bad about leasing, because I've done leases too. But when you go out to Freightliner and you buy a truck, it's your baby. when you walk off the plant, off the lot. So it's kind of the same way here. Okay, you're going to keep a $750 maintenance escrow. It's performance escrow. It's for Qualcomm and stuff like that. Not a big deal. It's actually low for some places. For every $1,000 you spend on the fuel card, you're going to be charged 50 cents. That's okay. Your fuel savings discounts here will range between 68 cents and 38 or 40 cents. They have always been honest with me and paid me my discounts. I keep track of every transaction and I back check them, and they're 100% honest. So it averages about 58 cents is my savings if I use their places. Now, you've heard me talk about fuel solutions. I haven't done a video on IFTA taxes, but people believe that they should fuel in the cheap states, but that's a misconception. You should always fuel in the high states beside a cheap state on the border. Like if you fuel in Illinois near St. Louis, you're going to get the best price in the state versus anywhere in Missouri or Indiana, because they're trying to be competitive and their tax rate is so much higher that you actually pay your IFTA tax for the next 1,000 miles. See, but so if you buy in the cheap state, you actually cost yourself $2,000 or $3,000 a year in extra revenue spent going out as taxes that you're going to pay quarterly. So you can actually save money. But using their fuel program, it optimizes, and this is any company's fuel program, it optimizes the savings in one state versus the taxes also. So you get your best savings. So you should save, actually you're still going to save about $2,000 to $3,000 a year using anyone's fuel program. And you're also going to save about $300 a week off of the price of fuel. So follow the fuel program. Love Loshawn Parks, but he don't know anything about fueling, okay? Fuel this way to put money in your pocket. If it says fill up, fill up. Plates are going to cost you $44 a week. Now, if you run 118,000 miles the first year, the next year they pay for your plates. So that's a $1,685 savings, I believe. That's pretty good. That's real good. All right, now you got to pay your highway use tax. They deduct it over in 4 deductions. It's no big deal. Highway use tax is $550 a year. All of this stuff just saves you from going down to your local courthouse or IRS office and doing it yourself. So they do it for you. Most companies do it for you, and you don't have time to do it. All right, now their pay per mile is freaky. I won't say that I like it, but it's their company, and I haven't had a problem with it. From 1 mile to 50 miles, you get $1.58. From 150 to 250, you get $1.38. From 250 to 700, you get $1.13. From 700 to 1200 is $1.07 a mile. Anything over 1,200 miles is 97 cents. Sorry, I sound funny. I'm sick. Deadhead is 86 cents a mile. Now, the fuel surcharge you get on top of this, all right? And they go off of a national average fuel surcharge. You can look it up. Every company does the same thing. Some might pay you a little bit more on the fuel surcharge, but they steal it from you over here on this side. So it just looks like you're getting more. They do charge you $40 a month for the Qualcomm use. I know, I don't like that either. I'd rather send up smoke signals. Right now, the fuel surcharge is at 26 cents. Now, the fuel surcharge is not meant to pay for all your fuel. That's not what it's meant for. It's another one of those government-initiated programs meant to screw drivers out of money in the long run, which it does. But let me tell you the secret of the fuel surcharge. Everybody wants to go fast. I like going fast. I drive 60 miles an hour. I average over 8 miles to the gallon. At any time, if the fuel ever goes crazy, back to $4.50 or $5 a gallon, your fuel surcharge will go to $4 a gallon. I know you can't believe that, but it's true. I've seen it happen. When that happens, you'll make more money off your fuel surcharge than you make off your load. So if you ever see that happen, slow down to 55, get 9 miles to the gallon, and double your money. You'll make money, all kinds of money in a high fuel surcharge situation. I 100% recommend Crete's good company. I would recommend them to anyone. I guess they're ready to unload me, so I must go. Thank you for your time.